situation there.
Okay.
The main mechanic is if there's a door that leads nowhere, it's like treated as a chest. It has like stuff inside, and there's like three different kinds of doors. The tiny X is really easy, big X is medium, and then there's like a magic door with this, which is an asterisk. They all have different loot. Um, the best things you can get are like scrolls. Some of them teleport you randomly. It's like based on classic rogue, as you can tell by the name.
Yeah, yeah.
They all have like randomized names. I can't actually find a scroll right now though. But maybe you can if you want to try. Ooh. Yeah, if I had I probably would have added like instructions on what everything does. Because it's like, how am I supposed to know what a green plus means, right? If you're first playing the game.
Right, right.
And also moving around is a little tedious because you have to like, it's either you press like each time you want to go once, or it does like this, and it's like, where am I?
Right,
Going so
right.
fast.
Does this one,
Keep
are there
pressing.
Z levels in this? Like up and down?
Oh yeah, if you find I think it's a greater than or less than sign. I don't remember which. It takes you to the next floor. But yeah, it's just like this huge map with a bunch of rats. Eventually you find, I believe, orcs.
Oh, okay. I've
A
not
little
gotten
bit
that far
more
in it.
difficulty. I also think this may have been one of the new additions. There's like magic swords and stuff, which are pretty hard to find if you go
Ooh.
deep enough. Oh yeah,
Are
the
there
skeleton.
any
They
Easter
drop magic
eggs?
swords. Um, Easter eggs? No, not really. See, I got the project started getting way too big because back then you didn't have projects and you had to, yeah, like I had to press continue like 4 times
It was
in order to
much more
find out.
tedious, yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I moved on to other projects after it started getting too big. I couldn't add all the stuff I wanted to. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to it now that it's way easier.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did.
One thing I was really interested in last night was Tic Tac Ronin. You're playing like
Oh
what,
yeah,
like 9 games of tic tac toe at a time randomly?
yeah, this was the most recent one I added.
Yeah, that one's really cool.
And one thing I like to do, you see this on the tower defense game as well. I have like this change log, which it automatically updates the game mechanics.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
That way, it's kind of like if something breaks and I don't know why, I can just say, "Hey, this feature does not work properly," or something like that. I
Oh,
also have
yeah.
there's like an entire section for how the CPU is supposed to act if it's acting up weird. And yeah, there's like a button here that auto plays the game if you like. It'll just keep going. Also, at the bottom, you can see this ad.
Yeah, I
This
was
was
looking
for the
at
game
that.
that it's based on. If you click it, it goes to this game by Bojo Jones.
That's awesome. That's actually a friend of
So
mine made that one.
yeah, it was
That's
like
so
one of the
cool.
first games I ever saw on WebSim.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like to incorporate the credit of another user and like your inspiration
Mhm.
for this is like very cool, very nice.
Oh yeah, also the ad also auto plays. It's like, ooh, look at all the stuff you can do. You know.
Oh, it's not just like a video.
No, it's like a website.
Oh
Like
wow,
if you go
that's
back,
really cool.
it's this website embedded at the bottom of the screen as an ad.
Oh my gosh. You should briefly, can you briefly show people how you did that?
Um, I basically at the start, this was also before projects. I believe I said something like, just make this a banner ad that's going to be embedded into another website, and it just
Wow.
like kept adding features, so it would know. I had to tell it how to use magic items because I had to give it like CPU behavior. Like if
That's
you're about to
so
lose,
interesting.
use a
Okay,
magic
okay.
item, and then it will not lose.
Wow. That is incredible. So, and then to get it into the other program, did you just like do the URL pasting thing?
Yeah, I just basically said, please embed this website as a
Okay.
bar at the bottom of the website. And then first it put it like off to the side over here. And I was like, no, it
Okay.
needs to be centered at the bottom, please. Oh yeah, and then if you press this X, I don't want to see that anymore. It just goes down here,
Oh, nice, nice.
and you
The
can scroll
change
up if you
log
don't.
is awesome. I really like that you can see like,
Hmm.
it feels like the program is sort of like evolving as the users play it and give you feedback
Yeah, I
encounter
basically have
different
like
bugs and all that.
exactly. I have it say, please keep the last three versions and then delete the rest because otherwise it's gonna, take up 12 meters of screen and it's gonna, take up space back when you had to do continue a bunch of times.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, we've made that so much better. Thank you, devs. So this one has items too, right?
Oh yeah, see, like right here, there's this health potion represented as an emoji.
Okay.
And yeah, exactly. Since the first move you make can go anywhere, the best move is always to just grab that free magic item right there.
Hmm.
And then I believe next it will try to get this center board because it's the most important board.
So
Um,
wait, do you have it on a setting right now where CPU is playing against CPU?
yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
If you toggle this, it will
Oh,
make the CPU make decisions for X. Or if I wanted to, I could just go start playing, toggle on and off, doesn't matter. Start again.
that is super
And
cool.
yeah, the first floor, the difficulty of the circle will go up.
And the
Right now
output
it's
of all
like
the
saying,
the
oh yeah,
difficulty goes up like the AI gets smarter or
yeah. So it has like three. It has like make a bad move, make a random move, and then try to make the best move.
Oh, okay.
And it has
And you
different
can
odds
just
of doing each.
you can just tweak that a little bit. Okay, that's very cool.
Mhm. Yeah, but for X, it's always the best move. It'll always try difficulty one, which is the highest.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, that
I
is
don't want the
super
CPU to
cool.
lose for me.
Right, right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the colors of each represent like what kind of square. Like if it's this little dark gray blue type thing, it's when it's already captured.
Oh, I see. So that's showing like how it's ranking each position as like
Hmm.
a optimal or inoptimal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah, there is
When
so
it's
much
red, it
here
means
where
it's
like
about to be captured.
you clearly spent a ton of time on this and like making it something that you could grab data from and then put into something else, Like that
Mhm.
that output log is really interesting.
Yeah, I love. I don't remember who said it. It was a long time ago, but they said like you can try implement analytics for the game as like a nice
Yeah,
little
yeah.
keyword to tell it, and it'll do something like this, or like debug mode,
Yeah.
like a dev version of the game, stuff like that. And that way, it's way
Sometimes
easier to like diagnose what the problems are.
yeah, I'll tell it to like add in an error message if, this thing happens
Hmm.
so that I know at what point it breaks.
Or like print debugging. That's another
Yeah, that is
prompt to try.
awesome. This one is really cool too. Yeah, feel free to show off this one.
Yeah, I was just going here because it also has like the changelog type thing. It's just hidden behind this little button.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so for this one, um, it's basically got like a random pool of different power-ups each item can have, and the higher the wave you're on, the more of them go, and they can stack. So like some of them are like they can attack you back. Some of them duplicate the strongest, unit that's already been created with the system. Some of them just get slightly faster or slightly bigger.
Interesting.
Like this one is catching up to that one right there. Oh, I don't have any towers. Oh no. And then yeah, there's a bunch of different towers you can put down, which do like dots. Oh, I'm out of money. This one will create like an explosion that attacks multiple of them. Oh yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
tap
yeah.
them, and it's like if you've played Bloons Tower Defense,
Oh
like
my
you can
gosh. Oh,
tell it
that's genius. Okay.
Mhm. which thing to target. So like if you want it to be closest because they're all bunched up on this corner, you can tell it. Or you can do lowest health if it's like a sniper or something.
The fact that you
I
got
have
it
enough
on a
money for a sniper though.
like you have their movements telegraphed is impressive because I've tried doing that with tower defense games and it's really challenging to get it working properly to show where they're actually going.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, I
awesome.
basically it was this whole process of please center a rectangle on the line of the path because at first it was trying to like this weird curve that wasn't actually where they were going. I was like, what is going on? But yeah, eventually you've got to like keep experimenting with like how you tell it what to do. Like your wording is very important,
Yeah.
and eventually it will understand what the heck you mean. Oh yeah, the size of them represents their health. I had to like because before it would be like non-linear to where like
Oh,
it's very tiny subtle changes and then suddenly it would disappear. I have to tell it no, the radius is directly
it's a
proportional to
direct,
health.
yeah,
Like that.
direct representation of their health. That is super cool. Very like visual way of showing that without having to do a bunch of extra bars for health.
Oh yeah, this was finicky too. This still technically doesn't work because it skips wave one, but it's supposed to tell you what wave is coming next, so you know what to prepare for. Like if I saw there's a bunch clumped together, I could do a splash tower, but it
Oh
actually
yeah,
just shows
yeah.
you the wave which is currently going, which is fine as well, but not what I wanted. And then
Right.
eventually,
Okay.
this had the same project as Jogue, where it became, oh no, just way big.
Yeah, that is an
Way
awesome
big.
project. And then
If I could add, sorry, I
oh, I was just gonna hold on. You go first. Sorry.
was gonna say if I could add something, I would add a cell option because right now I'm not able to show
Mm.
you all the towers, but maybe you can describe them for yourself. I don't know. The fire and ice towers have wizard hats. They're just
Oh,
little
that's
cones
fun.
on top of their heads.
That's really fun.
Hmm. Um,
And then I was looking at Gravity Sandbox last night. That one's really cool.
hmm. Yeah, it was really tough to get it to not. Ooh, explaining all the settings and stuff. This one's not as big, but I managed to get it to have like wraparound gravity. So
Yeah,
like if you turn this off, then they will all just sort of like clump together at the start of the screen.
yeah. I was just playing around
So
with a lot of the settings until it started getting like planets clumping together and dancing around each other in orbits and stuff. It
mhm.
was really cool. Oh yeah, now you
Yeah,
can
so if you
see. Yeah.
if you have wraparound gravity off, they'll all just sort of like go to the center of the screen. I was like, that's not very cool.
Oh yeah, I
I
see.
tried to I tried to explain that I wanted it to like wrap around to the other side, and I didn't know if like that would super hurt your CPU or whatever, but it
Hmm.
ended up working out. And now they stay like space dust, which
And
is
then you
exactly what
can
I was
you
going
can
for.
click and spawn more of them, right?
Yeah. If you want to, I could make. Ooh.
Ooh.
It
Whoa.
goes in. It goes in like a circle around your mouse. I just pointed to my screen as if you could see my pointing, but yeah. And then you can. There's like certain settings for spawning them
Oh,
too.
the
So you can add
velocity.
your mouse velocity. Yeah.
Ooh, that is
If you really
fancy.
wanted to. Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
super awesome. So like how did you prompt for this one? Do you remember?
Um. I basically had to say like their mass should be represented like by their area and not by their radius and tell it like the specifics of because it's supposed to be like representing a 3D object. So I had to like tell it how to calculate the mass, how to calculate the force by distance, please. It's supposed to be like gravity, stuff like
Wow.
that.
Getting programming to do anything resembling orbital dynamics is so challenging, and this one is incredibly well done.
Oh yeah, recently I added, well not recently, this was still back in the continue days, but the most recent change was there's collisions and you can go up here. It's kind of buggy because it can explode really quickly into a lot of particles on your screen, and it's like, oh no. Yeah. If they're going towards each other fast enough, they might
Oh, I
explode.
see. Okay. That is fun.
Mm. Yeah, you have to kind of tweak the settings a little bit because I wasn't sure what settings to use because most people probably don't want their computer burning.
Right, right.
Yeah, but yeah, I just like to make random games that I actually like to play. Sometimes I'll
Yeah.
just get carried away between prompts and sit there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh wait, the next version is done, and I'll go over to the tab
So
and see what
you
changed.
work on multiple things at once then?
Uh, well, I would have like a tab open of the last like working version,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
the other tab which is the same version but more recent, and then I'll play this one while this one's going, and I'm waiting for this to go. Sometimes there will be multiple projects, yeah,
That is
at the
awesome.
same time.
And then sound font keyboard is
Oh
crazy.
no. Oh no. So basically, what the story behind this is, these two people together made. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this.
Okay.
And the black keys didn't work. And then I just OCD'd and I was like, no, I need a perfect version. So I went through this whole rabbit hole of, I don't think the reason I think it doesn't work is because like the black keys, their notes don't actually exist as sound
Mm.
files. So I had to tell it to like just increase the sense of this note every time I play this note by 50.
Sean said he played your island tower defense for like half an hour.
Oh yeah, it's kind of once you get into the higher levels, it can kind of get crazy because it will times two the mass of the same thing like 8 times, and then suddenly you're like, whoa,
Oh my
huge
gosh.
difficulty spike. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I should add
So the
a
boss
dot.
fights are just giant spheres.
Yeah, and then there's another power which duplicates the strongest enemy, so you might have like four of them and you just die. They're just like planet-sized monsters running around your screen. You can't even see your towers anymore. But yeah, if I had to add like another tower, I would add like a damage over time that does percent of health, so that that's not just a complete game over
Yeah,
screen whenever you see that.
like an armor piercing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just have way too much health in the late game.
Yeah, I know that this keyboard has bugs, but like I also think it's one of the most fleshed out ones that we've seen for sure, especially with like the diminished and the augmented and suspended chords and
Mm-hmm.
the amount of instruments that you can set it to and the recording. Incredibly good work. Really great.
Oh yeah, this is if you don't like these chords over here, you can just go make your own with
Ooh.
these. Like if I wanted octaves, I would just go. Wait, can you hear
Oh
what this
yeah.
is saying
Yeah, I
right
can
now?
hear it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Boost that up a little
Yeah.
bit too.
You can also record your own chords. So if I wanted to, I could press this and then it's recording, and then this button shows up and it plays that
Oh,
chord.
very nice. Okay.
These are all the, typical named chords. I ended up running out of room, so I couldn't add all of them. You can play, like that if you want to. There's no buttons for these chords, but if you want to, you can. There's a toggle down here that says play recorded chords, and then you can play that chord with your keyboard without clicking it. So if you wanted to, you could have like an entire chord progression up here, and you can
Oh yeah, and
just
then you can just have it
mess
play
around with it.
itself. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Because
Oh,
it's MIDI, this doesn't actually like change the note that you're playing. See, it just kind of stops it. But you can do
oh
like
yeah.
you can do like that.
What's the debug log on this one? I just noticed that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Whoa.
Yeah, basically there was a whole lot of issues with like, toggle sustain, because if you have this on, it'll be like, and then it won't stop, and then I can't do anything
Right,
else.
okay.
Whole lot of issues with that. Um,
So you just wanted it to show you when that was starting and when it was finishing.
hmm. Because especially these two buttons used to not be able to stack. Like if I was doing this would still be this note, and they wouldn't do like +3 when they're together. It would just like choose one of them and overwrite the other one. I didn't want that. Oh yeah, this was also for to diagnose the black keys issue because
Oh
you
yeah,
need to tell
yeah.
exactly what sense it's playing. And ooh, there's still like a visual artifact when you play the black key, like the C key before it is highlighted, as if you're playing that one. That's because of the jankiness of the fix I had to do in order to get black keys to work at all.
There's always some sort of compromise you have to make, yeah.
Yeah, every update would break something, and then I have to be like, no, try that again, but don't break this. I need this. Like this worked in an old version, and then I had to. It broke it for some reason, as I was trying to like a new fix. and I had to recently just edit it back because I realized it was gone.
Yeah, these
Um,
big projects become so unwieldy
yeah,
to edit and maintain.
yeah. Thank goodness for the projects menu, and it also automatically detects like when it needs to continue, so it'll you don't have to manually do it so often anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
Mewgrounds was pretty sweet too.
this was before they had like if you go to the home menu,
Right, right.
you can have like a for you tab now. Back in my day, I had to make my favorite games page by scratch. But yeah, this was like a collection of like all the favorite games that I like to play. I was just like have them all in one place, so I don't have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go to like their profile and then click it, stuff like that.
Yeah, I clicked on this one and I saw that it was 100% for in an older version of WebSim, but it was just really cool showing like
Mhm.
the ways that you can sort of build more features for yourself.
Mhm. Yeah, you can see down here last updated June 29th,
Yes, yes.
almost 4 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So all these games are going to be from the old days, the OGs.
And then Space Combat Simulator I played for like an hour last night.
Mm. Yeah, this was the game that I got stuck on the most as I was debugging it because I would just sit here try to
It's a
find out
good
the strat.
time.
Yeah, there's a bug though, which is unintentionally like a feature. If an enemy has a power up, you can just run into the enemy and then it quote unquote drops the power up, but it still keeps it on there. So it's like a power up duper.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have to game that.
Yes. So the strat I had was get it to have a regeneration one, so your health goes up, so you can survive longer on like the way feature levels.
Yeah, it
I don't
got
know if is the color blue showing properly for you? I
yeah,
have
it
like a really
is.
orange green. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember when I got to like the later levels where yeah, you're starting to get more ships as the enemies. It's like
mhm.
particles everywhere. It's intense.
Oh yeah, the game is way easier. I don't know if this is gonna break your stream, but like if I make it tinier, it becomes it's easier but also harder
Oh, I
because it
see.
wraps around the bullets and I can just super spam bullets everywhere. Yeah, exactly. I just died instantly. Because they wrap around and they can just make this huge swarm of bullets that kills everything. Yeah, once you start seeing like purple enemies, that's when you know you're about to die.
Yes, they showed up, and I had about a round or two before I lost entirely.
Yeah, that's one of the things that kept like bloating my projects. Something I had to learn over time is you have to make like the bare basic framework of the game before you try to start adding like enemy types because
Yes,
it'll just take up
yes.
space. And so yeah,
Yeah.
I was just way too hasty because I was excited by WebSim. I had just figured out what it was. I was like, this is possible. I was just trying to like make all the games of my dreams. And yeah, the this one's
Yeah,
not so bad actually.
once you learn like how to
It
work
works.
with it, it really raises the ceiling of what you can do for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I can't remember who it was we were talking to, but they were saying that they usually will build everything except for the UI first and then just end it on making it look a little bit better because if you
Interesting.
try
Yeah.
to make things look better initially, then it like has to remember so much more positioning information and noise, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It has this huge wall of text to sort through
Yeah.
because of all the HD graphics they're trying to add.
Yeah, and then by the time it gets to like the game part or whatever else it is that you're building, it's like winded from running the rest of the marathon.
Yeah, I like to have it do one thing at a time nowadays, now that I've learned my lesson. Because it will, if you try to say like fix this and then this and then
Yeah,
this and have
yeah.
this huge paragraph like I used to
Sometimes it'll
do.
fix one thing and then the other three things will be broken, and then you'll just end up confusing it more
Exactly.
by trying to clarify. Yeah.
And the worst part is when you think it's fixed because, oh, look, it returned a working version. And then later on you discover it's not actually fixed. And you have to try and fix it again with all the new stuff you added. And it's just way.
Yes.
It's not a fun time.
So you mentioned that that it's easier now with like projects and the way that we handle continue. That is awesome to hear, because like
Yeah.
these kinds of big projects definitely were so much harder to work on in the early days, and it's cool to see, you know, like verifiable evidence, you know, that it's easier to work with.
Yeah, like if I wanted to, I could just say, like, make the background blue or something. And I wouldn't have to press continue this time.
Right,
Unless
right.
you still do, but it's only when it's like super huge. And it's usually a sign that your game is broken.
Yeah,
At
it's
least
much
for my
rarer
experience.
now. Yeah, yeah, we've made a lot of changes on the back end to make the continue function a little bit less constantly necessary.
I also noticed I don't have to say, please return the entire website as often anymore. That was like a hack that
Yes,
I used to do
yes.
because it kept saying like, it would add like a comment in the code to say,
And it would
here's
say
where
the
you would
rest
put
of the
old stuff.
website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now please copy paste the old stuff. I'm like, well, I could, but I want you to do it.
Yeah, that's been a heck of an issue to tackle.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, WebSim just keeps getting better.
it really does. It really does. All right, so should we move into what we're trying to build today?
Sure thing.
Cool. Let me move this over to...
Build today, you say?
Oh,
Sometimes
tank
I'll just
battle
hop
looks
on and
neat.
just play random stuff. Yeah. Recently, since as you can tell by the fact that it actually has versions listed here, I did changes recently to add like before I had two different versions. Or like one was mobile version, and the other was PC, and I had to add this mobile toggle so mobile can actually play and it works.
That is
Basically,
awesome.
like merged both versions. Oh yeah, and also the tank actually lets you know when you're about to die, so you don't just randomly die. And you're
The
like, wait,
tank
what? What
smoking
happened?
is nuts. Yeah, it's like
Hmm.
War Thunder or something.
Exactly. It was actually like the original version was called Cars 3D, and
Okay.
I saw someone had made it into a tank, but it didn't have like actual oops. But there's the finished version after I made it pink. See, no continue
Oh yeah,
needed.
yeah. No continue needed. Very nice. All right. So yeah, today we are working on a sort of PvP 1v1 tower defense game. Um,
Ooh.
we've gotten some things kind of working. We're gonna try to start from scratch and go from the beginning. Um, so I'm gonna go to the home page here. Cool, cool. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our advanced abilities here and enable multiplayer.
Ooh.
And let me share my screen into the Discord as well. Oh, I think you have to end your screen share.
Oh, okie dokie. I almost just left the stage. That would not be good.
It happens. All right. Cool. All right, so what we're gonna do is make a 1v1 attacker versus defender tower defense where one user can place mobs on the map and the other places towers to attack the mobs. We'll just start with that, see what that does. And if it looks like it's gonna work, I'll shoot you the link and we can see.
Ooh.
She's writing the code.
Mm-hmm. Now this is the chill, relaxing stream.
Until we make the hardest tower defense game inadvertently.
Oh no.
That was like, I was like, I think it's going to be easy to build, but I think balancing it is actually going to be impossible.
Yeah, like it could be that defenders always win, and the attackers are just like, I can't do anything. There's too many towers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can see what I'm working on
Luckily.
well right now, right?
I see your screen, yeah.
Okay, cool. Just hitting this error fix button, and then I'll see if we can get you in here and see if it'll work.
Mm-hmm.
So far, like, with 4 prompts earlier in testing, I was able to get a version where, both teams could place a tower, or not both teams could place a tower, but both teams could place their, like, respective things, and they had a budget, and it would pull from that. And the thing that I was struggling with was just the towers not actually shooting anything. They would just kind of, like, watch. Okay. So I'm going to shoot this link over to you, and then we'll see.
Alrighty. Alright, it says I'm the attacker.
Oh, it says I'm the attacker too.
Oh no!
Can you see the things I'm placing though?
Maybe if I go full screen. I see a little T.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was able to place one thing, and then the other ones, it bugged out. So we're gonna try to bug fix that. And then if you want to, you can feel free to start prompting off of this version and see where you can get it.
Yep. Let's see what the error is. Yeah, sometimes it'll just like make up a function that doesn't actually exist.
Yes.
So, like, and now this is where tower attack happens.
But it forgets
that
to
doesn't exist in
mention
the code.
what tower
Yeah.
attack is, yeah. See, all we need is, like, if we can get one mob and one tower and they interact properly, then we can just tell it to make more like that, but make them cooler.
Now do this, but epic.
Now make it spit fire. Okay, I think you should just be able to refresh the page and it'll put you back into the same thing.
Now let's see.
Whoa!
Ooh, it's moving around.
Whoa, okay. Okay, so we can spawn things and they're moving. That's awesome. So, okay. Oh, that's exciting. This is already happening quick.
Yeah, the only problem is we're both the attacker now.
Yes.
We need the
Yes.
towers.
Okay, so we could tell it. Let's cook up our prompting fingers, right?
I'm gonna try, cause like, the attacker could theoretically spawn them all the way on the right, and then it would take like 2 seconds, and then it would be off screen already. So I'm gonna try something where everything has to spawn like all the way on the left side of the screen at the border, and then it moves all the way across.
Yeah, make sure that you specify the attacker things have to spawn on the left side of the screen. And then we should have like a castle that they all try to attack or something.
Actually, yeah, if the castle's in the middle and they all go towards the castle, it wouldn't really matter where they... Because then there's like a strategy if all their towers are on one side and you can like try to avoid them. I kind of like that.
Yeah. So I have all attackers start on the left 20% of the screen. Show a line as a border to where they can be placed. add in a castle on the defending side that, if destroyed, attacker wins the game. One player is attacker, one player is defender, chosen randomly. Okay. Is there anything that can get tripped up there?
Yeah, that's always the question. It's like it does exactly what you asked for. It's like a genie granting wish, but it's not exactly what you thought would happen.
We just got to think of like the most direct grammatical interpretation of what we're saying to it, right?
Exactly.
Have all attackers start on the left 20% of the screen, show a line as a border to where they can be placed. I think that makes sense to the AI, right? Add in a castle on the defending side that if destroyed, attacker wins the game. One player's attacker, one is defender, chosen randomly at game start. Okay. Sending it through. We have people on YouTube asking how multiplayer works. So it's super new, but I'll go to a new page of WebSim so I can show you from the start how to use it. So if you go to your three dots menu here in the top right, you can click Settings, go down to Advanced, and enable your experimental features. And that puts this like blue flask icon into your prompt bar. These are our abilities, and these are getting super fleshed out. They're getting way better. And so these are basically just like you click and it enables it for your thing. So like if you want to access like your followers, your trending projects, you just click the metadata API and you tell it, pull my followers, show me my followers and my liked pages. And in this case, what we're doing is we just have the multiplayer box checked, and all you have to do with that is just say, make a 1v1 attacker versus defender tower defense. And then having that multiplayer box checked will just like do all the work on the back end to set that up for you. Really incredible stuff. So are you defender right now, or are you attacker?
I'm placing towers on the defending side right now.
Oh, I'm also defender.
No!
Okay. But everything else looks right, and there is a castle. Okay. Attacker. Only randomly pick the team for the first viewer, or for the first player. The next player to join gets assigned to the opposite team. Alright, I'm guessing that the next bug that we're probably going to have to fix, I'm assuming, is just going to be that either the mobs won't attack each other, or the attacker mobs will just like kind of go in a straight line across rather than like focusing onto the castle. So that's what I'm anticipating for bug fixes.
There also might be like if other people join and they just can't do anything, we'll probably have to add like a spectator mode for them so they can see what's going on actually. Because like if you join later, sometimes the multiplayer won't show you everything that's happened already.
Yeah, a spectator mode would be really cool. Especially because like if it's supposed to be 1v1 and other people join, I think the game is going to get confused.
Yeah, exactly. I am the attacker?
Oh, I'm the attacker too. Let's see, what if
I'm on the wrong version, sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, now I'm defender?
Oh, it says game is full.
Oh, weird. Huh. I'm gonna try refreshing it and see what it does. Yeah, game is full. Please wait for a new game to start.
And like the first 2 times someone joins, it just fills the 2 slots up.
So we should have like a reset game or a reset players thing, right?
Yeah, like a button that'll end the game.
Oh, that's probably more, yeah, that's gonna make more sense to it. Cool. Cool, cool. We're getting pretty far in it. Like, this is already pretty solid. I have a suspicion that this might work. It might work.
We'll see.
Can
It's
you
up to
add
you,
different
Sonic.
weapons? It's up to you, Sonnet. Oh my gosh, I am so excited for the next Anthropic model, whatever it is. I don't know if they're gonna
Opus
do.
3.5, crossing
Yeah,
fingers.
I'm hoping it's Opus 3.5, but I will take a better haiku. That's equally as exciting. Can you
Sonnet
add
4?
Sonnet
Ooh.
4?
Imagine if they just skip all the other ones.
They're like, actually, this one is a good happy medium, and they would be right about that. Can you add different weapons with different power levels and damage? Definitely. I think we're probably going to work on making this like fun and dynamic and interesting. Like once we have all of the things in place. Okay, you should be able to refresh now. Oh, placing in the
Are
left
you
side of the
on?
screen works.
Are you on version 6 or version higher than that
I am on V6.
already? It says I'm the attacker. It says
Oh,
you're also the
okay.
attacker.
Okay, we're both attackers, but
Hmm.
okay, it does look like they are just going in a straight line across. But let's see, like, what does that do? Okay. I'm gonna see what this one up here at the top does, because I think when this one crosses, yeah, okay, so even the ones that don't touch the castle are, like,
Yeah, they
damaging
just go to
it when
the.
they cross the end. So let's... Oh, we still need to figure out a way to get somebody onto... Should we just do, like, a team select? Like, users pick their own teams?
Um. Yeah, maybe maybe there should be like a lobby or something, and then the first two players to type or no to click attacker or defender. Those two players will start their game, and like the rest, everyone else in the lobby can watch this.
Alright, start the game in a pre-game lobby. The first two players to click start game will be pitted against each other. They are able to select which team they would like to play on. Make mobs target the castle.
I think maybe that you should specify that they should pathfind towards the castle
Yes, you're right, you're
in like a
right.
straight line or something like that. Because like in its mind, they're already attacking the castle. What do you mean?
You're so right. No, that... Oh my god, that's so much better, yeah. Make mobs pathfind a straight line to the castle. Start the game in a pre-game lobby, the first two players to click. Okay, I'm going to run that prompt, and then I'm going to be right back.
Ooh, looks like a Rob Hasefield. I don't really know who that is, but I'll respond to your question anyway. I'm just kidding. Any prompting tips for people to get good like you? I wouldn't necessarily call myself good. It's just that I'm very patient. If something like doesn't work, it's probably a problem with your wording, or like there's too many things you're trying to tell it to do at once. Also, it really works well with pseudocode. So like if you kind of know how code works, you don't have to know how to code, but you can like talk to it like a computer. Like if this, then something else, or like
I am back and coming back to hearing you say that. Yes, I can verify that is very true.
I'll try to think of more tips as we go. Maybe we'll
Ooh.
encounter some issue that we can be able to solve with a tip. I don't know.
All right, try refreshing the page now. I'm gonna join Defender.
It says I'm attacker.
It should put you into a
Oh, no matter.
pregame lobby V7.
Sorry, I was trying my own prompt and it was on my own version. I was like, wait, what's going on? Um. Ooh. Did you say you were attacker or defender?
I'm Defender.
I've selected attacker. Start game.
Okay. Yo. Okay. Okay. All right.
They're going towards the castle.
They are going towards the castle. Placement is perfect. They're just not fighting each other. So, okay. Everything else is great though.
Doing?
So let's tell it. We can try to add in spectators later. Let's try to do. I'm gonna guess that the towers and the mobs probably don't even have like health bars set up or damage values set up or anything like that. So I'm thinking, let's assign attack values to the towers and health values to the mobs. When a mob gets within attack range of a tower, tower begins attacking the mob. That's pretty straightforward. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh yeah, we should add a show all connected users in lobby to see who is who. For sure.
Yeah, like player names somewhere on the screen.
Hi ASIM, good to see ya. We'll work on graphics at, some point.
They won't always just be little B's and T's.
While we're waiting on that, I'm going to look at your profile again and just take a look at some of the prompts that you put in to actually make the profile.
Oh no. It was a long rabbit hole of a process.
Me too. What were some of the biggest things that you ran into with it? Because I remember for me it kept trying to generate images for my projects and not pulling the actual ones.
Oh yeah, well that was a problem, but it was solved pretty early on in like version 10 or something like that.
Okay.
But most of the profile is actually hidden. There's a little secret, a little mini game.
I was looking for it and I could not find it.
So if you're looking at like all the little sparkles, there's a button somewhere on the screen, and if it is on the screen, all the sparkles will like gravity towards that button. It's a little hidden button. It's like semi-transparent.
Okay, all right. Oh, okay, okay. Very nice.
Spoilers.
Oh,
So yeah,
this
it's
is
basically
cool.
like a click to destroy. Each little profile has like 4 little squares on it. In the process of prompting, I call them engines. If you destroy all of them, they can't control their own movement anymore, and you can drag them around. And now it's like a little bomb.
That's sweet. That is really neat. Wow. Whoa.
And then they explode and they show.
That is so cool.
Try dragging them into each other once they have no more engines.
Whoa.
You can also, if
That is
it's
so
about to
sweet.
explode, you can drag it into one that has all 4 engines if you don't want to click them all. And
Okay.
it'll still explode both of them. Also, there's little.
I'm about to do
like
a
the
friendly
Oro
fire
bubbles
here
and
on
the cat
you.
bubbles. As you can see on the top left, it says powers, and if you click
Uh-huh.
each of those, it does something cool. It'll
Whoa.
freeze them.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That way you can do little engines
Oh,
way
that's
easier
so
without them
cool.
moving around.
And what is it? Wait, what did the little cat one do? I missed it.
It will explode all the cats that are on the screen, and it'll give you free points.
Oh my god.
And if you click another bubble, it'll give you that power again without waiting for the cooldown.
I see. Okay. Very
Originally, I
cool.
planned to have like a bunch of different emojis, like all my favorite ones. But adding a bunch of features after doing that was not fun. So I decided to keep it to just those two powers for now, as I was trying to bug fix.
Somebody said that they would spend an hour on your profile alone on YouTube, and I could see that happening. Yeah. This is really awesome. Definitely the most like interactive one that we've seen by far. Wow. And there's like a whole little like metagame with your followers. That's so cute. That's so fun.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
automatically gets I believe it's 4 total random
Mm-hmm.
followers and
Oh, uh-oh.
following.
Yeah, that is super awesome. We're gonna wait for Thagnoth to leave and come back real quick for audio issues.
Hello. Can you
There
hear
we
me now?
go. Yeah, that's much better now. Perfect.
What had happened? Was I just not saying anything?
No, it's just like it started having like,
Robotic?
yeah, the robot latency, you know.
No. Yeah,
All
Discord's been
right.
doing that a lot lately.
I think.
It happened 1 or 2 days ago with like a random friend call.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna join Defender again. We're on V8 now, I believe. Yeah. If you want to refresh, we should
Yep.
be good to go.
You said you were Defender?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. So let's see. I want to see if the restart game button works. Oh, it just froze it for me.
It froze it for me too.
Uh-oh. Okay, so that's another thing to fix. All right. So, oh my gosh, I have to like kill the tab. Oh,
Yeah, I have to
okay.
refresh the entire WebSim.
So, I don't think that like this last prompt didn't actually change anything. So, maybe we should like reword it or do something else first before trying to do the attack values and health values maybe. I think I'm going to discard that one. We're going to go back to V7 and I'm going to tell it. Let's go with.
Maybe instead of restart game, it should kick everyone out of the game so they go back to like the beginning menu and specify that they go to that menu so they can choose who they want to be again.
So I wonder if I can just go back. We're going to try to just edit that prompt that added that in then. So add in a button that ends the game, kicks all players, whoops, and goes to the pre-game lobby screen. Yeah, we'll try that. Whoa.
Oh yeah, when you tab out of the profile and then go back, they like bounce around everywhere. Oh, it just happened to you too.
Yeah, that's what just happened. That's so funny. I thought mine was pretty clever with the I had it generate a beat and then the like
Yeah,
background
I saw that.
visuals react to it, and I was like, that's pretty cool, but like this is nuts. This is really interesting.
Yeah, luckily now it's a lot easier to see like the previous versions, and if you scroll all the way back, there's some crazy stuff I was trying to add with a bunch of like Egyptian letters and stuff. And also, look at that, no continues. How
No
convenient.
continues. No continues. 100 versions and no continues.
Exactly.
Wow. You spent so much more time on the like mini game than on like the rest of the thing. That's awesome.
I like making games. What can I say?
That's so fun. The love of the game. Okay. Try joining it now maybe.
Just waiting for players. Oh, it
Tr-
got rid of the choose your own thing. It says I'm attacker. What are you?
oh, I'm attacker as well. That's so
No.
weird. Because it did just have me as defender. Okay, so let's go back a prompt. I'm not going to try to redraft that previous prompt. I'm just going to try to continue going on from where we're already at.
Hmm. I will try from the old one, and we'll see.
Oh,
We'll have two
somebody
chances
gave
of
us a
success.
prompt.
Oh.
Ooh, thank you, nickname. Okay, we're going to try to add that in once we get like functionality working, because that's all like
Oh snap! That's a lot of stuff.
it's useful. But we got to make sure that the that it works at all first. Otherwise, it's going to like get confused. But thank you so much. We will implement that.
The best part too is doesn't something special happen at the end when we're done with our version?
Yes, we do pass it over, and
Ooh.
other users will be able to start to edit on that. All right, so
So if you'd like, once we get like the bare bones version, you could add all your stuff
mhm.
because that's what it's all about.
We love the collaborative, like the back and forth remixing, and like the way that that becomes a sort of conversation in itself. All right, let's see.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna do add a health bar to mobs and add an attack range to towers shown as a transparent yellow circle border. That's worked for me before.
Yellow circle border.
Do this generate beat. I also noticed a few days ago, I didn't realize that it was doing this until recently.
Mhm.
Oh no. Did it break? Oh. Okay, no, there we go. But you can generate multiple beats on my profile here, and they'll play at the
Oh
same
no.
time. And sometimes they'll complement each other, but other times they're just like layers of the same thing.
Hmm.
Fun stuff. Yeah, I love the changes that we've done to profiles. It really makes it so much more like
Oh
personalized.
no. I have like seven at the same time.
Whoa. So wait, do the engines also break if they hit like if
Each
they
other,
smack
yeah.
into okay? Because I'm like
Mhm.
they seem to be like smacking into the border and then like an engine breaks off, or like maybe even oh the circles can hit it too. Oh, that's cool. That is so fun.
Interesting.
Okay. pre-game lobby again. Go ahead and and refresh for V10. See what we do here. I'm gonna go defender again, just for testing. And then I'm gonna hit start game. So whenever you're ready. Okay. Okay, cool. We have tower ranges.
Circle.
Ooh. Okay.
Moment of truth.
They don't attack, but that's okay. That's okay. We're like almost there. Whoa, wait, what just happened? It moved my towers once the castle got hit. Why did that happen? Okay. That's okay. A couple things to fix. Okay. I'm thinking like we should start with like if a mob is within the yellow circle, then it starts to get attacked by the tower.
I think it's important to like specify how it gets attacked, because all these times you've been
Right.
like maybe it thinks that it is attacking and it doesn't know why it's not. So like it should maybe like either draw a line to it and then lower its health, or maybe it shoots like a bullet that lowers its health.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Whichever one you want.
Let's say when a tower is attacking a mob within its attack range, fire a projectile from the tower to the mob. When it hits, the mob's health is reduced by tower attack damage. Thoughts? Thoughts?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, okay. I think we're gonna fire it away.
Fire it away.
Yeah, anybody's able to make a profile. We actually just put out a guide for that as well. Let's see if I can find it here real quick while we're waiting for that other prompt to load. Yeah, WebSim profile guide here. And it'll tell you how to use that, or how to make that profile and use the experimental features to get all of it to pull the correct data for you. Very exciting stuff.
That would have been useful. But yeah, another thing you can do is if someone makes something and you're like, how did they do that? You can just go back through all their prompts and see exactly how they made it.
Yes.
That's another useful thing if you don't know how to do something.
So much easier too now with the projects view. Instead of being limited to the 10 or whatever it is in this menu here, you can now see all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, before it was 10, it was 4, and you had to like all 4 of them would be continuous.
Like click on the back one, yeah, and then
yeah, you have to slowly scroll backwards over time. I'm so glad there's this entire sidebar now.
Yeah, the usability features that the devs have been working hard on are like really just make it feel so much smoother to interact with.
And it doesn't stop. They just keep going.
It's crazy.
Banger after banger. We just
banger
got the
after
multiplayer
banger.
thing. It's like, oh snap.
Okay.
It's like every day something's different. The For You page was recent too.
And the interactive view too.
The interactive version.
We're still working on that one, but it is it's really cool. All right, I'm in the pregame lobby again. We're gonna try to join as defender, and then so the towers will still be bugged with moving when things hit the castle, but hopefully, what shouldn't be bugged now is they should fire projectiles now. So go ahead and
I selected attacker and then did start game, and then nothing happened for like 6 seconds. I was getting
sorry, no, that was me. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's not firing a projectile. All right. Maybe we should just do the draw a line thing instead then. copy that, go back to this version here.
Sometimes another thing that I like to do is I will say, this is the expected behavior, and this is what
Yeah.
actually happens. Like you can tell
Yeah,
it why.
let's try that. Let's try that.
Like the current version has this bug, and we were looking for a fix which does this behavior, and super formalize it so it's like, oh, I've got to get it right this time.
All right, the
I don't know if that
current
actually works.
version.
I've always been doing that.
I definitely use that. I'm getting lazy with my prompts right now. We gotta shape up. All right, the current version is having the mobs walk by towers without ever losing health. Proper implementation is that these towers will reduce the health of mobs in their range. The mob closest to them and within range. Okay, the projectile part is just an animation thing. Let's just let's just get them to reduce the health of the mobs closest to them and within attack range. Yeah, give that a shot.
I will also try a similar prompt.
Yeah, go feel free. Give it a whirl. I'm surprised, sorry.
Sorry, I was just gonna say that's another cool thing about having this sidebar tab is you can see all the versions people have been making of your thing,
Oh, it's so
and
cool.
also in the
Yeah.
notifications, I believe. So
Yeah.
if they do something, it's like, oh snap, that would be cool, and then you can just either you could use their version and keep working from there, or you could, emulate the same kind of prompt that they tried to use.
Yeah,
And see exactly how people try to prompt your thing. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I really like seeing how people will remix things.
Exactly.
Somebody just made this one last night. Whoa. Off of a really old creation of mine. Wow.
The power of the cube.
Whoa.
Oh snap! It's more than just a cube.
Got all kinds of things. Ooh, that one's pretty. Aesthetic pyramid. Yeah, it's really cool seeing your thing as an inspiration to somebody else, or here in these examples, you can see the guides that I'm making getting turned into different languages, so people can read them from anywhere. Very cool stuff. Oh, this one is really neat, actually. I gotta show you guys this while I'm live here. So somebody took the profile guide that I wrote and just asked it in one prompt. This is all they did. Just make it like a Windows 95 pop-up. You can move the pop-up. And that's exactly what happened. Oh, I've got to invite Thagnoth back to the stage. There we go. You back? Oh, maybe not.
Oh, it just stopped.
There you are. Okay.
It's still kind of happening. It's happening in and out.
No worries, we can work with it. All right, I am joining Defender V12.
Plot twist. I was an AI the whole time.
No!
Mhm.
Alright, moment of truth, moment of truth. Damn it.
No.
Oh yeah, and restarting breaks it. Oops. Forgot about
No.
that. But yeah, I was showing the stream just a second
Let me
ago
check what
before
my
you
version did.
fell out. Somebody just said like make this
Yeah, I
guy that
heard
I. Oh, okay,
up
cool.
until turned into.
Yeah, it turned into a Windows 95 pop-up, and it just like one single prompt, and then they did that with their profile as well. So, like, same exact thing, just one prompt off of it. They were like, or I guess two in this one. They were like, they took my profile page and just said make this a profile page for user, and then just said that they said their username, and then just asked it
Ooh,
to do Windows 95 theme, and it did great. That's just
exactly.
super cool. Love seeing people like working off of
Yeah, I
different
actually had
things.
to. I had to install Windows 98 just recently in order to play like a really old game that doesn't work anymore. I never had any like context for what it should look like, and it actually looks pretty close.
Yeah, yeah. It does it does have a very similar vibe. Okay, so this bug fix did not work. Maybe we gotta try like a whole.
One sec.
Do you have a link to try out?
I do, but it says game is full already.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
It seems like
Oh, that was the old
towers
version.
are not attacking the mobs. Please fix. Okay, we'll pull up the one that you just sent me.
Mm-hmm. I will join as attacker.
Okay. Come on, come on. No.
No. Maybe we should try a debug thing. Maybe it's trying
Yeah.
to do something and it's just not working.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It might just be getting bogged down at one specific line that we can just like pull up the IDE and mess with. Currently waiting on, it seems like towers are not attacking the mobs, please fix. And then after that I'm going to ask it to add in a debug view. And then I think once we can get them attacking each other and health changes, I feel like that's a good enough foundation that we can pass it over to the audience and let people start messing with it on their own.
Exactly.
Because I think once we have the health mechanics working, like that's the basics of the actual gameplay that we need for it to do the thing. Okay.
And then web simmers can do their web simming thing, and they can
Yes.
branch it off into a bunch of different games.
Okay. Try refreshing the one that I sent you, and then I'm not anticipating this one works, but just in case it does, then that would be good. But if it doesn't work, then I'm just going to ask it to add in a debug, and then we'll try again.
Alrighty.
I'm on Defender. Alright, let's see. Nope.
Why? Is this the debug menu one? Oh, no. Never
No.
mind.
So I'm going to ask it now. Add in a debug view, debug button at the bottom right that pulls up a log of what, just actions taken. Try rerunning the
Oh
prompt
yeah,
with O1. Yeah, we could
we
try
could also
that.
try exactly.
Let's go back to this version then, and then rerun this one with O1. We'll see what it does. Because, yeah, we're right there. Like, that's such a small hurdle to jump over. And then it'll be, like,
It's just this one thing we
in a
missed on that
position
one.
where, like, we can make it look better then. We can make it, you know, have spectators and, like, lobby controls and
Exactly.
other mobs and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes also, if something doesn't work, I will just go back to the version before I tried to add that feature, and then I will just word it differently.
Yes.
Because like maybe it really is a little bit stubborn with existing features. It really doesn't like to like delete things, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It definitely does not like to delete
Sometimes.
things.
Sometimes it will delete things willy-nilly, even if you didn't ask it to. But sometimes it will it'll kind of like try to fix something that's unsalvageable instead of deleting it and starting over, you know?
It hates to scrap and start over for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because it's like, well, you gave me this version, I'm gonna work on this version.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where AI ends up in terms of working on much larger projects and bigger files that aren't just, you know, having to maintain the whole thing in context for every iteration, you know? I'm excited to see where things really end up in that front
Mhm.
technologically.
Yeah, the first day where like you're able to just say, like I don't know, make me Galaga, and it
Mm-hmm.
just makes a fully functional Galaga. That'll be a different kind of age.
All right. If you refresh, you should be on the one that I just remade with or reran the prompt with O1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, no.
No, it's possible we have to
Might
go
have
back a
to
version.
might have to
See.
IDE this one
Oh wait,
too.
I have this.
What do you have?
What's IDE?
Oh, I was just gonna pull up the code
Like, what's
viewer.
it stand for?
I think it's internal development environment, right? I
Oh, the
think.
plugin.
Yeah.
C15R.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let me test your version. I'm on Defender.
Why? Why?
That's interesting. This one didn't even add in the debugging.
I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it's because I
Okay.
didn't specify where. Maybe it's sending messages and it's just off screen somewhere. I don't know.
I'm gonna try GPT
Hmm.
4.0. Add in a debug viewer
Breaking out the big
through
boy.
a button in the bottom right. Integrated development environment. Okay.
Oh.
Maybe it needs an icon to use for firing the towers. Like a visual for the projectile? Maybe, maybe. We love the IDE in this household.
Mhm.
Man, it is crazy watching this thing write code. Like the streaming is just so interesting to see how fast it can happen.
It's just can't even read anything. It just zooms across the
I
screen.
know. It's like, oof. Okay, so there's a debug. Try joining the one that I'm in, maybe? And we might have to define the debug menu more to tell it what it should be looking for. But, oh, you know what's interesting? It still says I'm on team null. I wonder if that could be it.
Has the game started for you?
Yeah. Oh, it just crashed.
Oh, yeah, it froze for me, but right as I pressed start game.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to tell it to add a debug viewer through a button in the bottom right. Debug viewer should detail things like towers detecting something in range, firing, health, teams, and we'll throw in an etc. for good measure. Yeah, the restart
I'll go
button
back to.
does crash the game. Oh, it was nickname in the lobby. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, the restart button does
I'm going
crash
back
the game.
to. I'll try going back to version 9, the one before
Okay.
the radius, and I'll try and like re-implement it and see if it just something stuck
Sure.
with this version of it.
Yeah, it's a weird thing for it to get hung up on. I wonder if it just like made something at the start that like it's just not able to change now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Write that code. I wonder how many lines this thing is already at. It seems like it's already pretty big. Okay. We're gonna switch it back to Sonnet. Alright. We're gonna get real simple with it. And we go back a few versions. And we're gonna say add in attack damage, attack range, and attack speed parameters for all towers. When a mob is detected within attack range, fire attack damage times that's gonna confuse it if I do attack damage times attack speed. It's gonna get confused. Fire attack damage at attack speed rate. Maybe that'll do it. At closest.
Normally, I just say like every X amount of seconds, do an attack. Although I guess if you want it to be different for each tower, that would probably be better.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Closest mob. When mob health is 0, destroy the mob. Okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna give it a whirl.
See.
Oh, it's writing stuff.
You're on version 17? Oh, it's not done yet? Oh, never mind.
Version 17.
I
And
still
yeah,
see the
not done
loading
yet.
thing. Yeah. Sorry, I saw your screen. I thought you were waiting for
Oh,
me to
no
push the button.
worries.
Yeah, I didn't know. I forgot about the blue bar.
For testing, I wonder if it would be possible to, like, include, like, a force start thing. Where you don't need to have 2 people in it.
Yeah.
I got a good feeling about this one.
Play
The
against the
code that it's
CPU.
writing looks... That's a good idea. Yeah, we should just do that, actually. That wouldn't be too hard to implement. But, like, probably towards the end. Because that's going to be a maybe, if possible. But it would be really cool. Like, we actually might be able to do that just by, like, enabling the call language model's ability and hitting it with, like, if the user clicks play against CPU, use AI to control the other team or something. We'll see.
I wonder if that would be a little bit too slow. Because like the
Maybe
amount of time it takes for the towers to get to the castle. Or the
maybe we
mobs, I
could
mean.
add in like rounds and waves and have it like set it all up beforehand and then hit start. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna join Defender. We're gonna start game on this version that I'm in. See if it works.
It's spawning double. I don't even see the circles on your towers anymore.
Yeah, I went back to a previous version before we had the circles in place.
Oh, gotcha.
Interesting. Okay, so include a debug viewer showing all debug log showing all actions. Everything. The whole guy. And then towers fire red spheres at mobs. When a mob is touched by a red sphere, reduce their health by attack damage. We'll see.
You never know.
We'll see. When in doubt, add a projectile and make the thing actually happen on colors colliding. Which is one of my least favorite ways to do it because that always breaks things, but it might work. Add a pattern to the ground. We definitely will need that, yeah. And better icons for the towers and all that. Yeah, we'll get there.
It's just this one thing that it refuses to do.
Yeah, and this should be simple. This should be an easy fix for it.
In theory.
In theory is always the caveat. Yeah, that's the thing with the multiplayer in WebSim though, is that it's so new that we're like live figuring out the capabilities of it and what it can do. I think that's exciting because like we've done a good bit of testing with it, but really only just like the most basic implementations. And something like this I think is more of like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
realistic usage, I guess, for like what people are wanting to do. So I'm interested to see like how possible I guess that is. Because like so far like the
Yeah,
connection,
yesterday and
everything
today.
is working. But yeah, just that.
Yesterday and today were the first like very little dabblings I did in multiplayer,
Mm.
specifically just to prepare for this.
Yes, I did a good bit of of testing around earlier today and yesterday just to see like, okay, what ideas do I have that like are going to be actually maybe possible. We've even got like the castle health working properly too. So like, oh no,
Yeah,
it
it's just being
broke.
really stubborn about tower radii. Oh yeah, I see. It's got an error.
Now should I fix the error or should I go back and try to do a different prompt?
I've got one more try from from an
Oh,
older version.
okay, let's try it. Let's try it. I'm holding out faith.
Yeah, it definitely.
Oh, I'm an attacker, I think. Oh, I can't place, actually.
Are you in the game?
Oh, I am.
I'm still not in the game.
Oh,
No.
weird. It's letting me place one thing on the screen at a time for the version you sent. Okay, I'm gonna go back to a previous version. What if I just try like, okay, now make the towers attack the mobs and deal damage or something, like
Maybe
just
we're
like go like really
gonna
really
boss it
simple with
around.
it. Yeah, like okay, now make the towers attack the mobs. Keep the rest the same. Okay. I'm going to be right back while that runs.
Alrighty.
Okay. C15R says testing multiplayer out solo is hard. Yes, it is. Multi-tab switching is the only way. As a heads up, saying the whole guy might have confused the model. It was inconsistent though amusing. Yes. It was funny though. It was funny. Show me the whole guy. Oh, QB's got a Tic Tac Rogue as well.
Starting a whole franchise.
Oh, your version does properly end the game, though. I'm gonna throw an error fix at that one that you sent.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did too.
Alright, try refreshing the one that I'm on, version 19. Come on. Do it. No.
Do something.
Oh my gosh.
Who hired these guys?
The towers have lasers that damage mobs when they get close. Implement this. We're really pulling out the big guns. Oh my gosh, I had it off of I had your profile tab open for like the last 30 minutes or so without clicking on it. Just did it and
I did too. I see what you mean.
quite the explosion. It was so fun. It's a really well done profile. Oh, there should be like a hidden high score menu for this one.
A high score? Ooh.
Yeah. Could use the database to do it. We're web swimming.
Web swimming.
Fish emoji.
Right now we seem to be barely web treading water.
We are web treading water, yes. Web sinking.
That's one thing it refuses to do.
I'm gonna try starting from the beginning, and we're gonna go 01 preview from the start. Make a 1v1 attacker versus defender multiplayer tower defense game where attacker spawns mobs on the left of the screen and the defender builds towers that deal damage to mobs. Defender has to protect their castle or the game is lost. See that. See if 01 from the start can do it.
Friendship ended with Sonnet 3.5. Now, 01 preview is my best friend.
Okay, try this version that I'm sending you now.
Is this the new version or is it the...
Oh, I did a bug fix on the one that you sent. I just did an error.
Oh, I thought you were sending me the... Yeah.
Oh wait, maybe I clicked the wrong one actually. Oops. Oh, that one crashed. Oh my gosh.
Do you see the game going?
Yeah, definitely not working. Okay, the O1 version is here, but I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, we're gonna close out of that tab and redo it. Whew. Okay, now try joining this one for me. The one that I just sent you is the one where I said, yeah.
Are you defender?
Yeah.
I've selected attacker and starting game does not seem to do anything.
Oh no. Now the game doesn't start. Fix.
Web simming is a fickle thing.
Okay, the O1 did not do a good job. We're gonna go with the lasers again. I think that one might work. Going back to the first one from Sonnet that worked, and then prompting again with O1. I think that would be... Oh wait, real quick, can you try the second link that I just sent you? I'm gonna do Defender again.
It still just says please select a team even after I choose join attacker.
Oh, weird. Okay. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go back then. And then we're gonna try to do O1 to implement just the attacking. Alright.
I might try starting a new version and just starting with a multiplayer lobby without like telling it what game to do.
Okay. Yeah.
And then maybe adding the game after.
Yeah, give it a shot. That might work.
Just like maybe it's just too many things at one time.
Oh, I have a version on one of your branches here to try. It's the link that starts with 0.
0G27?
Yeah. And then I'm on attacker right now for that one.
Oh, I'm defender.
Oh. Whoa, it just switched positions for me. Weird. That's so strange. Yeah, I can't place any mobs now. Try refreshing. Game is in progress.
Curse you.
switch player's team after game start. A simple room code system. Probably, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a better way to do it with the actual like netcode part of it. Okay, now try the LSG link. That one's with O1 trying to add in the attacking. And then I've selected defender.
Which one did you say?
The LSGCH link. And join attacker if you can.
I'll join as attacker.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Weird. Very weird. Yeah, almost there. We are almost there. All right. Oh, wait. Okay, we're looking at the code now. Okay, so there are damages and ranges for the towers. The towers don't have an attack speed or anything yet. The mobs do have health. Ha ha ha. Okay. This is what we're looking at here. Okay, so it has everything in place that it needs. Like it has like if distance is like less than or equal to range, then it fires the laser.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not seeing that, and we should be. So seems the towers are not ever attacking the mobs, even when in range. Make sure towers fire at mobs every 1 second. If all right, I'm gonna try that. It is getting up there. It's at like 600 lines of code now. Oh, that's a good idea, API. Add hitboxes, ensure visuals for bullets firing. We could try that next, yeah. It's a lot of code, it sure is. Alright, do you want to refresh the LSG link and then try again for me?
Alrighty.
Go ahead and go on attacker. Alright.
Yet.
Nope. Alright. Add hitboxes to mobs. Ensure visuals for towers attacking mobs with a projectile visual. Show damage taken. I can't believe we've been working on like this same one problem for the whole time. It seems like it should be like so like this should be the easiest part.
Exactly. Yeah, I've just gone back and I'm trying an entirely new one.
Yeah, you might have better luck.
Just with a lobby. With no game yet. I'm just making sure the lobby works.
Ah, okay. Alternatively, I wonder if you make a tower defense and then you just like...
And then turn it multiplayer?
Yeah, you're just like, make this multiplayer.
Exactly. Maybe it probably works both ways.
Yeah, that's another thing with like the multiplayer button is like there's a whole new workflow that people are going to have to learn in order to make multiplayer games work ideally.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out, Chip. Have a good one. Writing that code. Come on, finish writing. Each prompt has taken like 2 minutes now.
Yeah.
Okay. Got another version if you want to try. Should be the same link, the LSG one. And I'm going to go on Defender. Alright, let's see.
Nope.
Man. I am stumped.
Yeah, I think that version is just not.
Yeah,
I don't know why. It doesn't like working with that. It probably messed up something a long time ago, and
Yeah.
we just can't tell what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, something's busted in there. Alright, well, we just hit 2 hours, so if you want to, we can call it there and then keep working on this and see if we get it to a workable place. But if anybody would like to play with this, I'm going to throw the links in chat and see if other people have any luck with it.
I've got one link which has no gameplay, but yeah, that's all. I guess we can call it.
Oh, I'll join it for you. Ah, cool, okay. Yeah, this might
It's
be a better
basically
foundation.
You just nice circles.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Yeah, either way, I hope y'all are able to get a working version of this. I definitely am going to keep trying to. I'm going to throw this in our YouTube as well. And yeah, thank you so much, Thagnoth, for joining us and like being stoked to do a little spotlight. Yeah. We're gonna do some editing of this and throw it up on the YouTube and all that. Of course, absolutely. And y'all should check out Thagnoth's profile as well and play the little secret mini game too. Transparent button right here. All right, thank you everybody, and have a great one.